This is a preview of one of our Patreon bonus episodes. If you like what you hear, you can get access to all of our bonus episodes by supporting us on Patreon at the $1 tier.
Hello and welcome to a very special Patreon bonus episode. I think I prefer it when we make the sounds, but
It's more
Go,
fun
sorry,
when
go
we
ahead.
make
Give
it.
me a clean take. Give me a clean take. That's pretty good. You're
Yeah,
right.
he's not going to edit that. He's just going to
Oh,
put it
yeah.
there.
I'll definitely edit that, and it
Totally,
won't make it in the
100%.
episode.
There is no...
If somehow you got here, you don't know who we are. Why are you here? Two, thanks for
This is
supporting
going
us.
to be on a preview, so
It
maybe
is
they
gonna
don't know
be on
who
the
we
preview.
are.
You're right. So we are Spoilers Intended, a podcast about series and films.
And we have our act together, as you can tell.
together today. Let me
This
tell
is
you.
clearly unplanned.
Practice, rehearse,
Take it back.
ready to go. This is all on script. The teleprompter's scrolling right now. I'm just reading off the teleprompter. I am Ron Burgundy. So, I'm Steven, joined as always by Andrew
Hello.
and Ryan.
Hi.
And for this episode, we have a very special guest. One of our very own patrons is on the show, Matt Carey. Give him a warm welcome.
Hello there, fellow patrons.
The crowd
Your
goes
mouth, your
mild.
voice isn't that deep.
Get out of here.
They don't know that, though.
You could have gotten away with it.
You can't dox him immediately like that.
If it wasn't my voice, whose voice was it?
So, Matt, you're on the show because you collected all the box tops to your Captain Crunch cereal, and you
Ovaltine
won the
decoder ring.
contest.
No, it's not Ovaltine. What's the decoder ring? It's
It's the decoder ring.
It's Ovaltine, yeah.
But
it's
it's an
the
ad
Ovaltine.
for Ovaltine. It's not the it's the radio show. Whatever, it doesn't matter.
Little Orphan Annie.
Christmas story. Yeah, there we go. Thank you.
Yeah.
Dang, that was hard. All right, so the format for this show, for this bonus episode, is we brought Matt in, sent him out to peruse the interwebs and collect many one-star reviews from IMDB's top 50 films of all time. So he has gone through and cleaned them up so they won't tell us.
Curated a list.
Curated a list. They won't tell us. There's no movie names in there. He may say like this movie, which means there's probably an edit. These kind of things. So it doesn't have as many clues for us. And it's up to us to put our heads together, our collective cinema knowledge. Cinema. And determine what movie those reviews could be for.
Yeah. And we don't have the list of the top 50 in front of us.
I don't
don't
know
have
what
it.
I don't even know
IMDb
what would
thinks
be
is
the
Right,
top
I haven't
50.
even looked this. Okay, so
I'm sure
we're
Gone
all
with the
three
Wind
going
is
in.
on there somewhere.
Why not?
There's going to be a one-star review. It's going to be like, the Confederacy should... Oh, no.
The Street Fighter, Legend of Chun-Li.
That's definitely the top
Definitely
50.
the top
on there.
50.
Yeah.
100%.
Everybody thinks top 50 of all time. That's the first one I hear.
Yeah.
Not the first Street Fighter, the second one.
The cinematic masterpiece.
So, yeah, and that is how it's going to work. Matt is going to force us to give a final... We can't needle and poke and guess until he's like, yeah, that's it.
We have to collectively
We
come
gotta
up with a
lock
final
in.
answer. Yeah.
So let's kick it off. Matt, you want to give us the first one?
All right, starting with the first. Well, yeah, that's how you do it.
That is how... I know, you have the list.
All right, so the title of this this review, this one-star review, is Boring, all caps.
Perfect. Good start.
That's surprisingly a lot of the one-star
It really is.
All right, this is the most boring movie I have ever suffered through.
Jaws.
It's like a 3-hour Sinbad, Hercules, Xena, Warrior Princess, sword and sorcery adventure.
Gladiator?
Been there,
No.
done that.
Let him finish first.
Why do directors insist on battle scenes where there are few main characters, can defeat hundreds of enemies?
Okay, all right.
Stupid and monotonous.
Stupid and monotonous.
Killing people over and over again. It's boring.
I have to give this 1 out of 10 just to counteract all the perfect scores that geeks have awarded.
Okay, so people really like this film.
Okay.
300.
Ooh, that's a good start.
Is that in the top 50 on IMDb?
I don't know.
I
I don't know either, though.
Okay, so
That's a
300
good
and
consideration.
Gladiator are two.
300
I
and
don't,
Gladiator.
see, I don't think Gladiator, because I don't think of
Yeah.
Gladiator as a sword and board, Xena, Princess, Warrior.
No, but
film.
I mean, but like you like.
You have a big fight scene at the start, and after that, it's mostly like
well, it's
soft
much more.
politics. Yeah,
it
it's
is.
not.
Yeah.
But like
Hands and
300,
weed.
300.
300 on the other hand,
Where he's
it's
fighting a bunch of
30
just
minutes of
generic
slow-mo.
mooks.
Yeah.
I just
300 's a-
refuse to think that that's in the top 50.
I refuse to believe it's in IMDb's top 50 of all
Yeah.
time.
I mean, it might
better
be.
candidate though.
That's the thing is like IMDb's really weird.
Okay, so 3 hours. So that tells us right there how
I
long.
mean, 300 is pretty long.
It is.
300 is not that long, but again, they could be
They could
exaggerating.
be
exaggerating,
exaggerating.
yeah.
Like,
yeah,
'cause,
yeah,
like
yeah.
I think what was it? If you took the slow mo out of 300, it became like an hour and a half movie or
Yeah.
something like that. Yeah.
Oh, less than that, probably. 45 minutes.
Ben-Hur.
Oh man, that's so old.
That's
though.
that's the thing
I know.
because it's the top 50 of all time.
What about the original Clash of the Titans? There's no way that's in the top 50.
I've never
no
seen
way.
that film, so I have no idea.
Oh, really?
Was
Was
it
it
the stop motion skeletons?
Yeah.
It's awesome. That movie rules.
For the time, man, like whoa.
Yeah, I used to watch it all the time as a kid.
Yeah, I got nothing.
I like
beyond-
300. I like
think-
300 as an answer. I hate thinking about that as the top.
I'm
50
leaning
of IMDb.
Gladiator because that feels like it could be in the top 50.
Yeah, that's the reason why I said Gladiator because I do
Yeah.
think that film deserves to be up
But see,
in
Gladiator's
that
like top
conversation.
20.
Ooh.
300 could
I don't know
sneak
about
in the
that.
top
Not
50.
all time.
No, but you got to remember now.
This is IMDb ratings, yeah.
has only existed since the internet existed. People aren't going back to like peruse. Well, what film should be like? Where's a Gone with the Wind or whatever?
I'm torn.
I'm-
what do you
I'm-
think?
I'm-
I mean,
good for
300 fits the bill. However, I think Gladiator deserves to be on a higher spot.
That's fine. That has nothing to do with what this. Could
And
be.
I understand that.
I hear you. I just don't care.
I feel like what we should actually do. Oh, bonus episode idea. Listen out. This one's going to come up. I promise.
God.
We're gonna print the top 50 of IMDb and go through it and be like, why is this on here?
Okay, yeah. I
Okay.
don't know. I'll say 300.
Ryan, you okay with
I'll
that?
go 300.
300.
You are incorrect.
No.
The answer is The Fellowship of the Ring.
Oh my God!
Oh wow!
Of 3 hours, of course. What were you thinking? It was right there.
Oh my gosh. Oh.
Okay, we gotta get better, guys.
Okay, we gotta
That
get
was
sharp.
good.
That
We
was-
gotta focus up.
we never even came close to guessing that. Oh
Yeah.
no.
Okay.
Wow. Okay. All
There's
right.
people at home screaming in their
because
car,
it said, like,
driving off the
Xena
road.
Warrior
It's a Xena Warrior
Princess.
Princess, but
Yeah.
it's fantasy. God,
Yeah, because Xena Warrior Princess is in Lord of the Rings. Oh
of
my
course she makes that appearance in
Remember?
the extended cut.
It was filmed in
Her and
New
Hercules
Zealand. Why
come
didn't
out.
we get that?
All right. Next
okay.
one. We'll shake it off. Shake
Yeah,
it
shake
off.
it. That's all right. That's all right.
Yeah, you
We
got
can't
this.
come out too hot, you know.
All right. Title. Possibly the most overrated movie ever.
Jaws.
You
This
can't say
movie-
Jaws for every
I'm just trying to get a rise out of ride, okay?
This movie, plain and simply, was stupid. There are
Okay,
a
good
couple.
start.
There are a couple of laughs here and there,
Okay,
Comedy.
but it was carried by the soundtrack.
Soundtrack. So wait, hold on. Is this another Lord of the Rings movie?
It was like Dumb and Dumber, but with better music.
Okay.
It tries to tackle every political and social issue over the past 50 years.
Idiocracy.
It was a slap in the face to anybody who lived through those years and tried to bundle them all together.
Forrest Gump.
It
Okay.
was not only corny and long, but this movie is the reason that people smoke pot in the theater.
Star Wars.
Okay.
Smoke pot in
Hold
the
on.
theater.
Yeah,
Hold
I-
on.
Star Wars New Hope.
What?
Get out of here. Okay. So if they're referring to it like Dumb and Dumber, presumably this came out after Dumb and Dumber.
Hypothetically.
All right, we're off to
Hypothetically.
a solid foundation.
I
Okay.
think that's wrong, but
Okay. Counterpoint. Go ahead.
well, that's
I
true.
mean-
They could have watched this later and then.
yeah, they could have just watched this after they had seen
Anyways,
Dumb and
Ryan,
Dumber.
continue your thoughts.
Okay. And they said it goes through years of history.
50 years of history.
50 years
No, it
of
says
history.
50 years of pull it back up. Political.
Give it-
Political and social issue over the past 50 years.
Yeah, so it's not events. This is issues that exist.
Issues.
Okay.
This is actually a lot harder than I thought it was going to
So it's a comedy.
be. About the last 50
We're gonna go.
years.
We're gonna go like 0 out of 50.
We really are.
I think it's Star Wars.
It's definitely not Sar Wars.
Why?
But you
Why
think
would
it's
it
a
be
new-
Star Wars?
Listen to or read the first line of the title, not the title, the
review.
Yeah,
This movie is plain and simply was stupid.
and the most
So Star
overrated.
Wars. Wait, so Phantom Menace? Could this be Phantom
So
Menace?
the title was possibly the most
Yeah.
most overrated movie ever.
Star Wars has to be Star Wars.
I disagree wholeheartedly.
Y'all both snapped and looked at me like, whoa.
I'm gonna get it right, and you guys are gonna be both wrong.
Steven, what do you think?
The problem is I don't have a good opinion on this one. Like I don't know.
Well,
like,
no, but
what?
you have to. Okay, we are looking at the top 50 films
Rarefied
of
air.
all
Rarefied
time.
air films, right?
Like it's
I
this.
still
isn't-
think it's Forrest Gump.
I mean, Forrest Gump. It could definitely be
Okay.
that.
But
Like-
this is the reason people smoke pot in the theater.
I mean,
yeah, that doesn't feel Star Wars.
But that
to me.
doesn't feel Star Wars. That's my argument.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of what other.
Star Wars came out in the 70s. you
Cheech
know.
and Chong.
Cheech and Chong
Yeah, that's top 50.
Something Monty Python.
Forrest Gump is definitely.
in the top 50 for one. I think it is.
on IMDb.
I think it's worth being in the top 50,
I think it's
but
in
I don't
there.
know if it is.
So this
Yeah.
is IMDb. This is people rating. I don't know, man.
Smoke
this
pot
is
in the
hard.
theater.
I'm still going to just say Star Wars.
But which one? First one?
First one, New Hope.
Hope.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
But I mean, I will also agree with Forrest Gump, though. Like,
I think like Forrest Gump, but like Dumb and Dumber, it's supposed to be a comedy. Like what?
well, no,
comedy?
there's some good. No, Forrest Gump, because Dumb and Dumber,
Oh,
Forrest
yes,
Gump is stupid.
He's stupid.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Stupid is a stupid does.
Ooh.
I feel like it's something like Harold and Kumar go to White Castle.
That was in the top 50.
It's going to be some kind of random movie that we're not expecting.
We're,
but
after
I
that
will.
first one, we're super gun shy
Look,
now.
the
Let's lock it in on Forrest Gump.
Are we gonna go with this?
Gump.
We're locking it in on Forrest Gump.
All right,
What's
ding,
it
ding,
actually?
ding. You have Forrest Gump.
Wow. Let's go. All right.
Okay.
50% ain't bad. That's almost not failing.
All right.
Wow, that person wrote a really mean review for Forrest Gump.
I mean, all of these are going to be.
I know.
mean reviews.
They are one-star reviews, Ryan.
Man.
All right, moving on to the next one.
Okay.
The title is Nothing Worse with like 5 periods after that.
So like two
Awesome.
ellipses.
Yeah, not quite. Getting there.
Two and 3/4.
Nothing is worse than a film that pretends to be intellectual and profound and yet is really just a boring rant against society.
Being John Malkovich.
It's society.
This film is just that. The plot is non-existent, the story is full of holes, and the only worthwhile acting is done by Edward Norton. I can't...
Fight Club.
Fight
Fight
Club.
Club. It's got to be Fight,
Fight
Club.
Club.
Wait, no, hold on. Wait, hold on.
Let him finish.
American History X is also a choice.
I know. Let him finish.
I still can't figure out why the main female character was even in the film. This is
Fight
just
Club.
a transparent, schizophrenic, bad
Yeah,
movie
Fight
that
Club.
is
Yeah, Fight Club.
amazingly shallow. It sounds like we're locking in Fight
We're
Club.
locking in Fight Club, Matt.
The last one we debate forever. It's like Fight Club. It's got to be Fight Club.
That is a ding, ding, ding.
Yeah.
Fight Club. Yeah.
He said Edward Norton. Everyone, yeah, Fight Club.
All right.
It's the Incredible Hulk. I mean, what?
No.
All right. Definitely not a masterpiece. Another cheap-looking animated movie.
Okay.
Not even hand-drawn. They just cheated and used computers.
CGI Toy Story.
Toy Story.
Which made this
Hold on.
cheap and lazy. Same old generic story about saving the world. This movie deserves less than 0. It's generic. So many better movies out there, like, I'm just going to skip over all the
Yeah.
list because that would narrow things down.
Yeah.
This movie is an epic yawn fest. Give me a break. You don't have to like this movie.
Give me
don't
death.
don't even pretend. Watch Lawrence of Arabia so you can narrow that one down off your list.
Okay. Not CGI.
Instead, or Whatever Happened to Baby Jane or Thelma and Louise, any...
Okay, so this is some old, this is some
yeah.
boomer rant.
Some
right here.
boomer ranting about a 3D movie.
Why is it so cool to be lame these days? The 90s cartoon is better than this. Don't watch this movie. Save
90s
your money.
The
Cartoon.
90s cartoon is better
So
than
this
this?
is a CGI.
So it's a CG remake
animated
of something.
CG.
The
remake.
90s cartoon is better than this.
Oh man, this is hard.
What's a CG version of something that used to be 2D?
That's gonna be in the top 50.
Yeah.
It's going to be in the top 50.
It's not a Pixar movie because they didn't do CG remakes.
They didn't do remakes. Yeah.
Spider-Man.
But we're talking
Into the universe, or into the
Spider-Verse?
Spider-Verse.
But wait,
I don't know
no,
if that
there
would
was-
be in the top 50.
There's no 90s cartoon of it.
There's a
Spider-Man?
Spider-Man. Get out of here.
Yeah, there was.
A movie?
No.
No, just a cartoon show.
Oh, the cartoon show. Okay.
Yeah.
I guess it
Oh,
doesn't say cartoon show specifically.
But this,
Got it.
here's the
Okay.
thing, though. This is in the top 50. And, like, I was going to say it could be Scooby-Doo, but that was the 70s.
Right. Yeah.
Well, technically also in the 90s.
How would,
yeah, people
hold on,
think of it as
how
the
would
60s,
Scooby-Doo
70s.
be in the top 50s?
That's the thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like,
okay.
hold your horses down.
Spider-Verse I could see just because it's so high rated.
No,
It's
you
very
might
high
be onto something here.
Matthew Lillard is inspired. I don't know what you're talking about.
In Hackers, he is.
Oh man, that's what. Oh, we're gonna get Andrew to watch that. movie
yeah,
at some point.
But yeah, so Spider-Verse
Okay.
would be my first guess because
the
that did
cartoon,
have a
yeah.
cartoon in the 90s.
It
And
did.
this is a CGI film, not hand animated.
An animated CGI remake.
Would a boomer have been watching the Spider-Man cartoon in the 90s? Maybe with their
Possibly,
kids.
yeah.
Maybe you never know. Maybe they just grew up a fan of Spider-Man. Spider-Man's been around forever in comics.
Maybe they're just old Gen X. Getting close
They're
to
even
boomers.
worse. All the Gen Xers listen just swerved off the road.
Okay, X-Men doesn't count. We didn't have any of those. We
have
had
a CGI.
animated, but we don't have a
CG.
CGI film.
It also
it-
wouldn't be obvious.
The fact that it's called CG and not hand drawn makes me think it is Spider-Verse.
That's the only thing that I could think of. Off the top. Thanks for listening to this preview of one of our Patreon bonus episodes. If you like what you heard, you can hear the rest of this episode and get access to all of our other bonus episodes for just $1. Go to patreon.com/spoilersintendedpodcast.